All right. Hey, I'm Tom Croson. I have this 2016 Flagstaff trailer I want to try to sell. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour. Let's get going. All right, so this is a 2016 Flagstaff. I bought this new. I lived in it for 2.5 years. The pandemic kicked off and I went to Thailand, and I stayed in Thailand, and this was in storage the entire time. It was in storage in Florida, and then at one point I did move it up here to Godfrey, Illinois, and it's been in storage ever since. Now it's time to get rid of it, and I'm going to give you a heck of a deal. I'll talk about the price on this thing. It's the price, and I'll put a copy of this up here. Now this is off the internet. I think it's like a Powers website. Suggested list price is $34,515. The low retail is $14,350, and the average retail is $17,300. A couple things wrong with it, and I'm going to tell you what those are, actually show them to you. And at the end of the video, I'll tell you how much I'll take for it, my bottom price for it. So, and I'm going to save you a lot of money. So stay tuned. Now this travel trailer does have 3 slides on it. Kitchen dining room area that you're looking at on this side. On the back side, it has a super slide that includes a 2-person sofa, refrigerator with freezer, and a stove with oven and things like that. There's a wardrobe slide for the master bedroom area. I think the idea is this will sleep like 5 people, and 2 is more comfortable. Anyway, I'll take a look on the other side here to kind of give you. Now, up here it has 2 30-pound propane tanks. I'm not sure what the status of them are or not. I think they're full, but I'm not 100% sure. They're just going to come as they are. It also has 2 batteries on it here. I'm not sure what their status are either. It only takes 1 battery to run this. I did a lot of remote camping and that type of thing, so I had 2 batteries on it. But more than likely, you'll have to replace the batteries. This stand on top is where I carried my generators. I always carried 2 2,000 watt, I think they are 2,000 watt Honda generators up there. So here's the other side, and the first extension is the wardrobe. Extension back there is the super slide, which has the sofa. It also has a refrigerator, freezer, and the stove, and we'll show you more of that on the inside. Up front here we have the, I shouldn't say oven, but it's the furnace area for a gas furnace, as well as the water heaters. The water heater is a 6-gallon, has an outside shower back here. It has both city water connections and refill spots on it. Docking lights up on the front here, and you can see these are on right here. And there's another set on the other side, but I think it's the same switch. This window will open up. I'll tell you what, I don't know if I've ever had it open, but that goes to the bedroom. And has an outside shower right here. And all your connections for gray water, black water are here as well. Cable satellite connection right there. So if you want to hook up at an RV park or something like that. It does have a TV antenna on top. Then we're going to go around back here. It has a ladder to get back up on top. Right there. Has an antenna for AM, FM radio, that sort of thing. It has a good spare tire on here, full-size spare tire. This wooden box back here is where I always carried my gasoline for my generators. And so I'm just leaving that on there. Let me extend this camera up so you can see the roof. And all the vents have the aerodyne scoops on top of them to protect the vents, so you can leave them open while you're traveling. All the slides have awnings on top of them, keep from water from building up or weather. I'm pretty close to the fence here, so we won't go that way. Say, for Flagstaff Superlight, inside this bumper is where the hoses are for the sewer, and I believe there's 2 extra long hoses in there, so you could be a pretty good ways away from a sewer drain or whatever and still be able to hook up. I added heavy duty jacks all the way around right here, but these automatic jacks never could hold the weight of the trailer, and so I disconnected these and added these other ones. So here's a bunch of here's the dry weight, if you need to know that, 6497. I don't know if you can see all this stuff or not, but you can stop the video and double check it. All right, let's see here. The compartments here, we have several compartments. I can't get them open right now, and I can't find the key is what it is. So anyway, there's gonna be like a load assist bumper hitch inside there, and that's like $1,000 item. And there's other things that go with this trailer. I just can't remember exactly what's in there. We have a rack for a table that's included on the inside. There's also a propane switch right here, and we can put a gas propane grill out here as well, and that comes with it. Yeah, it's a cable hookup, so you can put a TV out here. There's a hookup for the TV. You can bring the living room TV out here, and then this is just a plug-in. So that's there. There's another compartment right here. It's still, I can't get it open because I can't find the key to that. There's lights out here too, and it has, you can see the speakers. It has surround sound, both inside and outside. We'll get more into that. This is a all-season trailer, so it's completely sealed up on the bottom. You can see. So there you go. A lot of trailers won't be all sealed up like this here if you're down in Florida all the time and things like that. But if you're up north where you get into freezing temperatures, you need to have it sealed up like this one is. But we're going to start right out with the first thing that is wrong in this trailer. Okay, so the first thing, as you see, I have wires coming out in the control panel here. And what ended up happening is that the number 1 and number 2 slides overpowered, and I would blow breakers initially when I first bought this. Now, I should have taken care of this under warranty. I just never had the time. I was so busy working. And so what I ended up doing to avoid having blowing breakers all the time is I ran a wire from the fuse box, which is down here. Okay. And so a hot wire up here, and then I put tags to each one of these to the slide controls for the number 1 and 2 slides, and it's just worked for me, and it's the way it comes. Now this control panel up here has it'll show you your different levels for the gray water, black water, fresh water, and batteries. So it maintains all that, and I think the fresh water is like 35 gallons, and I'll try to put a graph of the tank capacities in here. I think I found it has both for the water, it has electric or gas heating. Okay, so if you're off grid or something like that, you can have hot water, have a hot shower, that type of stuff. It has a full awning on the front. It has, different porch lights and step lights. Scare lights are for if you hear something at night on one side of the trailer or the other, and you can turn on these bigger lights and look out there. So it has one on each side, the main long sides. It has one. So we're going to look at the living room here first. I turned on all the lights, so you see they work and everything. Here's the TV antenna, and you crank that up. It has air conditioning right here. Now my generator's not strong enough to power that. I really used it if I had 2 generators and it was really, really hot out, then I would link the 2 generators together and use that. Other than that, I always use shore power. So if I was in a campground or something like that, I would plug in there. Air conditioning's all duct. There's vents in the ceiling, and they go all the way back to the bedroom as well, and it works really good. Now, lots of storage here, and it's kind of all over the place, and there's storage down here, there's another storage compartment there, lots of storage underneath the seats and everything. Now this is the dining room table, and this could be reduced down to make a bed, to make like a double-sized bed. The sofa can be folded out as well, and it's supposed to make a double bed. I've never done that, so I don't know how that works. Has a electric fireplace with the electric heater. I use that a lot, and that works good. Here's the gas grill, and there's some cover there, and there's the table extensions in there as well. So that'll come with it. I have a green lid for this container. I just took it off to give you an idea of what it is. Windows everywhere, and all the windows work, and that I have the one in the back opened up here for you. The fire escapes this window here. You push it out, pull out the screens with the little red tabs, and you can jump out the back side there. So if you need a fire escape. I have lots of compartments here. I actually added little shelves in here. I used to keep my meds in this one here. Anyway, I added these shelves where I thought I needed them. It just worked good for me. TV all works. And here's the sound system control box with the AM FM radio. I think it's a CD and DVD player, whole 9 yards. I think you can even throw a satellite dish hook up there as well. There's a CO2 detector down below. There's also smoke detectors around here. There's one I took down, and the battery was probably going off, so I probably just took it down, and all the remotes here that go with it and that sort of thing. The kitchen area. Now I want to show you a spot on the floor. This slide here, when it comes in, it sits on this spot, and it's created an impression in the floor, and especially sitting out here for a long time. But I don't know if you can see this, but right here, there's this impression, and it's about 2 inches long, about 1 inch wide, and it goes down about, I'd say 1/2 inch or so, or maybe around 1 centimeter. All right, so that's the number 2 thing that's wrong with this. Now, it's not a soft spot or anything like that. It's just it's a dent. Is that a right word for that? Yeah, it's a dent. So anyway, that's what's going on there. Now this extension to the counter right here, it extends out, and I take it down when I'm traveling. The heating, there's gas heating, and it's all ducted in the floor. Go back up here, and there's one in the toilet, I believe, and one in the bedroom as well. We also have a gas stove with a hood on it and a microwave. You can see the lights on in the microwave. It's a 3-burner stove, and then there's an oven here, and I'll tell you what, I don't know if this oven's ever been used. The refrigerator, this is the freezer, good condition, always worked good. It's both electric and gas. I always use the gas because under gas or propane, it was just so efficient to use. It's pretty clean. The top shelf's a little bit dirty there, but good size refrigerator. That was one of the things I really liked about this unit, because I carry a lot of food with me, that sort of thing. More storage here. See, I put a set of shelves in there. It kind of worked good for me. Right there. Anyway, this is the control for the air conditioner unit right there. I wish I could turn that on for you, but lots of storage down here as well. Pots and pans and cleaning stuff, and more stuff down here, and drawers going all the way down, that type of stuff. So a lot of that going on here. Let's see here, there's a light there. Yeah, the sink's double weld. I think it's porcelain, and the sprayer head even extends out, you know, so you can do that. And that works fine. Let's see here. There's vents here, and there's a vent in the bedroom. Now the vent has, I wanted to show you this too. So the windows all have these blinds on them, these dark out blinds, and then if you take these blinds, let's see here, and go up like that, they have a sheer blind. Gives you privacy, but you can still see out through the sheer, and that's pretty cool too. So there's another, I always put coats and things like that in this wardrobe right here. It also goes into the toilet. In the bottom area I always put towels. But I had all these shoe pockets, used them everywhere. Used them for my shoes, used them for bottles of liquid and that type stuff. They just hung good, and I put them in all the extra places along the wall. Okay, so there's a large sink, large toilet. Had to have everything big because I'm big. Now this is the only room that has a switch for turning on the lights. Okay, right here. But this light also has an on and off switch right here. So if this switch is off, then you have to turn it on up here for this other switch to work. Yeah, so if that makes sense. Medicine cabinet. We'll get to the shower here. This big glassed-in shower. That's a new shower head that I put in just probably 4 years ago, but I don't think it's ever been used. And then it goes on down to the drain. There's I'm pointing with my foot, is a vent area below the shower. So if it gets cold, this area doesn't freeze up or anything. Here, there's a mirror and access to this wardrobe area and more storage down here. There's also a ceiling fan here, so you can open up the vent and turn this on. And I use that quite a bit during the summers, just drawing air, kind of like an attic fan. You know, it worked pretty good. Now, let's see, I opened up a lot of things, but here, this is the bedroom. It has a queen-size bed in it. I think it's a Serta mattress. I'm not 100% sure, but it's pretty comfortable. Now, the wardrobe, I reinforced the bars in here because my clothes are heavy. Big window back here. I never used it just because I kept this area pretty dark. Has outlets for charging your phones and things like that on both sides. Lots of overhead cabinets. There's also a jack for not only your TV antenna, but your cable if you're in an RV park or something like that, and a place to hang another TV right there. And further down on the floor is another CO2 connector or detector. Underneath the bed, so you can, there's more storage there, and there's also some drawers down here. Over here, another big wardrobe, lots of storage. And then a drawer down here, of course, has a open and closing window right here. That's pretty nice, tinted windows. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna leave a package that came with this trailer, all the manuals and everything else. And of course, this comes with the trailer. Yeah, I'm paying it off on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. The bank that has the loan on it is BMO, and they told me it takes about 10 days to get title. But that's gonna be done right away tomorrow morning. And the basis is on it that it's in pretty good condition overall. It does need some stuff taken care of, and that's going to be up to owner. My bottom price on it, okay, is $10,000, almost $5,000 below the low retail. And it's going to be an easy transaction. And all you need to do, if you're interested and you want to put a deposit down on this here, I'll give you a receipt and it's yours. Pay it off, you can take the trailer. Anyway, I hope you got all this. Now, my name again is Tom Croson. My phone number is 660-351-2398. I am a YouTuber, so I'm going to have this on my YouTube channel, Margaritas in Paradise. I'm based out of Thailand, and I'll have the video for this is unlisted, so only people that are looking for this trailer will have access to that video. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.